Hello and welcome back to yet another yapping with me, Fellonius the Wizard. Today I'm going to talk about sports again. Yes, I did that back in episode 6, I have checked. And things might have happened since then. I might adjust a bit. Now, normally I don't do sports, I don't watch sports. Perhaps some motorsports now and again, but not at that point that I keep track of when and where and why. I just, oh, look, there's a car's running. Right, let's just watch that. And then I grow tired, of course. And there are not many one-man sports that I like. Tennis is way boring. 4 or 5 hours of just doink, doink, doink. No, can't do that. Golf is also boring. They walk and they walk and they walk, and there's a white thing and they walk and they walk. So no. Now there has been some new things showing up. Paddle is one of them. I used to think it was fun to play featherball, but nah, not anymore. Table tennis, nah. Pool, yeah, perhaps. But there is actually one sport that I like, and you can't see it on telly because it's orienteering. And orienteering is when you're running around in the forest trying to get checkpoints. You can't have that on telly because TV cameras at every checkpoint, then they don't need maps and compasses. They can just follow the lines of the electric wiring or something to the television cameras. But I like orienteering. Actually, it's one of the few things that I like to do. And it's because there is more things to do with it. It's just not running in the forest. You have to make sure that you take the right way and that you are finding your way. This summer and several summers back, they have had something called Find Out. You should go around in your community. In this town, actually my hometown, there are 130 checkpoints. 20 of them is around me, so I have already been got that. And there are a map, just normal orienteering map, and you can also use your compass. And I like that because some of them you can just walk. You can just take a Sunday walk and get what you want. And they are fun. So I've been doing that. Of the 130, I have caught 37. No, I'm not the greatest. Mainly because it's not around where I live. Perhaps later, perhaps, you never know. Team sports then. Well, soccer is absolutely boring. 90 minutes of running up and down the field, and there's some strange offsides and stuff. Yeah. Nah. And the American equivalent of rugby, that is your type of football, I don't understand that either. You are not allowed to do much except for throwing the ball, but you are allowed to kill your opponents if you just do it nice enough, which is strange. You just go and make sure that if anyone gets the ball, you pile up on him. So I think, what is it, 20, 40 men suddenly lying on top of each other? Very gay thing to do, but still, they call it sports. But I don't understand this yard lines and stuff. Well, I can see how the touchdown is made, but why can't they just do it immediately? Why can't they just run fast like the wind and just jump over everybody? Nah, it's not mine. However, there are a couple of team sports that has caught my eye. Ice hockey is one of them, but not the men's one. The men has very special rules as well. you are allowed to kill your opponent with your stick, and you can cut your referees with your skates, but you are not allowed to tackle. And then there's some black thingy in the middle. No, it's the ladies' ice hockey. Now, when let's say that I made my first yapping like 8 years ago or something like that, I don't know. I didn't even know that ladies did play hockey. Of course they did. They have been doing that quite a lot. And there's the difference in rules. The ladies are not allowed to kill anybody with a stick. They are not allowed to cut anybody with their skates. And they are not allowed to do tackles. All they can do is, with agility and quickness, swiftness, they can just go for shooting the puck into the goal. That's what they can do. And in order to do that, they are really doing it nicely. Now, there are some ways of stopping each other, but it's rare to see anyone bleeding in a ladies' hockey match. And still, it is exciting once you have learned which color you're supposed to be rooting for. And then there is a very strange, at least in my opinion, strange sports called curling. It's on ice. You have something called stones, and you have a sweeper, you have some brooms, and you do... It's also a very tactical sport. The thing with, let's say, frisbee disc golf nowadays, or bowling, or something like that, is that you have to do it the same way all the time in order to get the result you want. If you know how to get a strike in bowling, then you just have to do it over and over and over again. It's the same thing in golf, I can say that. But in curling it isn't, because it's all depending on how and where and what you want your stone to be, do, or knock, or whatever they are. And even if I don't really know what they mean when they're pointing with the brooms and stuff, I feel like it's so exciting just sitting there watching and trying to root for anything. Again, actually men and women are just as equal on this one, and that's even more fun. So I don't bother if it's men or women that is competing. They are usually just as good. So yeah, suddenly I'm a sports freak, right? I mean, it's good to see something. Again, I am not searching. I'm not searching through the television shows or something like that just to see sports. But every time I just end up sitting in front of ladies hockey, or the curling, or an orienteering review or whatever it's called, then I'll sit there. I'll just sit. Well, there are always something that will give you some entertainment. That's the point. Sports is entertainment. Has been ever since Roman. Okay, I think I've waddled around enough. Thank you for listening. Keep doing your distancing and all stuff, because we need it. And I'll be back next week. Goodbye.